I allocated 15 minutes, so again, because I know Israel. I'm truly, as most of you can see, very excited to open this two-day-long conference celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Convention on the Rights of the Child. 2 months ago, I took on the role of Dean of the law school here at the College of Law and Science. And I see it as very meaningful that the first big event here at the law school with which I start my deanship is a conference that celebrates children's rights. Choosing children's rights as your field of work, devoting your career to children's rights is not like any other choice of field of interest. It is not just a choice of area of expertise. It says something about you as a person, about each and every one of you that sit here. In The Little Prince, Antoine de Saint-Exupéry wrote, "All grown-ups were once children, but only few of them remember it." I think that each and every one of you remembers. Making it your professional habit to think through the prism of a child, to ask the child question, makes you remember. And I think that all of us here are fortunate to remember, because remembering the child you were and maintaining true respect for children affects who you are, how you are as a family member, how you are as a friend, and how you are as a colleague. And I see many friends, colleagues here, and I'm sure I will make new friends, colleagues here during this conference. We have a rich, very diverse program, different topics, different jurisdictions, scholars at varying stages of their careers, and practitioners. And even now, before we start, I want to thank you all for making a contribution to this conference. And now indeed I reached the thank you part of my short introduction, and it is with great pleasure that I thank the quite long list of people who assisted me in organizing this conference. First of all, to my colleagues, Professor Anna Schoz, not only my co-convener, but a true partner to all child-focused initiatives here at the law school. We were joint directors of the Center for the Rights of the Child, joint editors of the Family-in-Law Law Journal. So we make many things together, and I want to thank you. To my wonderful colleagues from the law school, Professor Pamela Laufer-Yukelis and Dr. Tehila Be'eri-Alon. To my colleagues from outside the law school, Dr. Tamar Morag, who you will soon hear, Advocate Lydia Rabinovich, the head of Child Representation Program at the Ministry of Justice, who gave birth 3 weeks ago, but nevertheless will join us tomorrow. Yes, I want to thank our academic partners, Haruv Institute and the International Society of Family Law. You can find information about them in the folders. To our supporter families, I want to thank the president of the college, Professor Aviada Cohen, who will also join us tomorrow, and the general manager, Hudi Lieberman. Big thank you to our administrative staff. You met some of them outside. Karen Priva, Noah Lenzner, to Miri Yesharim, the logistic department here, Yoram Avraham, Evgeny Yakubovich here with the camera, Yafit Reiter, and Kfir Gidan. Last but certainly not least, our truly amazing students, Galit Oz, Galit, wave please, and Yaron, you will meet him tomorrow. who answered all your emails, took care of every little detail. They are the people behind the crc30aniv@gmail.com. Yep. They are the ones. I wish us all an interesting, inspiring, and enjoyable 2 days, 3 days for those of you who will join us in Jerusalem. And now I want to give the floor to the panelists of our opening panel. The chair of the session, Judge retired Saviona Rotlevi, will introduce the panelists, but I want to introduce her for those of you who, if there is anyone in the room who do not know her. You cannot use the term children's rights in Israel without mentioning Judge Rotlevi. Judge Rotlevi was a judge in the District Juvenile Court in Tel Aviv, and then in the Tel Aviv Court, District Court. Her judgments are still the model for child-centered law. She was involved in establishing ELEM, the first organization in Israel to assist young people at risk or in distress, and she was also among the founders of the Council for Children in Care, a voluntary organization that protects the rights of children who have been removed from their homes by social welfare services. But most of all, Judge Rotlevi is known for being the chair of the committee for implementing the Convention on the Rights of the Child in the Israeli legal system, the Rotlevi Committee, a committee that was appointed by the Minister of Justice. You submitted 6 reports, right? Okay, 6 reports. And Judge Rotlevi continued, even after submitting the reports, she continued to follow up and advance the implementation of the recommendations, as I'm sure you will hear in the first session. So I invite Judge Rotlevi to chair this session.